In June 2009, two local men, Arthur Kinsella and his son Brian, discovered a body on a beach in Ireland. The man was found almost naked, with most of his clothes scattered along the shore. They immediately called the police, who thought the man could have gone for a swim and drowned. However, after investigating, they couldn't find any documentation to confirm his identity. Even more strangely, all the tags on his clothes, including his undergarments, had been carefully cut away with scissors. Later, they found that he was traveling under the fake name Peter Bergmann, but the investigators could not find that name on the lists of people who had legally arrived in the UK. Even the address in Vienna, Austria that he left at the hotel proved to be fake. Luckily, the police discovered a little of Bergmann's last 3 days thanks to CCTV cameras in Sligo, the town where he stayed. Surveillance footage showed him leaving his hotel at least 13 times with a purple bag that was full when he left, but every time he returned, the bag was empty. Weirdly enough, he seemed to know the locations of the local cameras and cunningly used their blind spots to get rid of the bag's contents without being noticed.
We would have done extensive searches throughout Sligo, be it rubbish bins, public areas, gardens of properties, private properties, car parks, in the hope that we might have been able to find some of his property.
So what was inside that purple bag? What was he doing in Sligo? And why hasn't anybody been searching for him all these years? Nobody has been able to solve this mystery. The CCTV cameras captured the progress of Peter Bergmann's journey, starting at the bus station in Derry as he took a bus to Sligo. He arrived in the late evening, so he picked up a taxi to the town centre to find a hotel. When Sligo City Hotel offered him accommodation, he registered under the name Peter Bergmann and paid for 3 days in advance. During the next 2 days, he was captured multiple times coming and going from the hotel. He was also captured going to the post office, where he purchased stamps and 8 envelopes. On Sunday, he asked a taxi driver for a good place to swim. The driver recommended Ross's Point, which is an isolated beach away from the city. He returned to the hotel after surveying the beach for 15 minutes. On Monday, Bergmann finally checked out of the hotel. He went to the bus station to catch a bus to Ross's Point. His last sighting alive was by a woman at 11:50 p.m. at the beach. She saw him carrying a plastic bag and walking along the ocean's edge. The next morning, his body was found washed ashore with no money, no wallet, and no form of identification. A post-mortem examination revealed that he had advanced prostate cancer and bone tumors. He also had a long history of heart attacks. According to the medical examiner, he seemed to be taking no medication despite his health issues. The whole ordeal with Peter Bergmann is bizarre, but the strangest thing is how he effectively evaded CCTV cameras. It is odd how he left the hotel on at least 13 separate occasions, each time coming back with an empty bag, although he was captured with it filled with something heavy. And there is not a single piece of footage showing him disposing of the inside of the bag.
I opened the door and I went in, and as I walked in, I knew I startled him. He was just standing inside the door from me. I remember it was kind of like he froze. And he looked at me. It was nearly like as if I caught him doing something that he shouldn't have been, or that I caught him off guard.
Also, there is no evidence of Peter meeting anybody at the hotel or other public places, or even talking on his mobile phone. Over the years, many theories have tried to explain the strange case of Peter Bergmann. Some assume that he was a gangster on the run, while others say he was a spy. Some even say that the whole thing was an elaborate hoax, but it can't be a hoax, since the crime actually happened and was documented and authenticated by the police procedures of Ireland and Interpol. Because Bergmann spoke with an accent, investigators theorize that he was from Germany or Austria. Despite the dead ends, it is a fact that Bergmann tried and succeeded in remaining anonymous. Peter Bergmann will remain identified until a family member or friend comes forward.